California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, CAL FIRE, has confirmed that more than 15,000 personnel, including international firefighters, have taken position in Los Angeles ahead of the red flag warning of more wildfires with stronger winds expected through Wednesday in the California city, with President Volodymyr Zelenskyy of Ukraine ordering 150 of his firefighters to move to the United States of America, U.S. county to save lives. The state governor, Gavin Newsom, also confirmed that more than 1,460 fire engines, 80 aircrafts, 170 water tenders and 175 dozers have been deployed to Southern California to battle the historic wildfires, with more higher winds expected to pick up this week. CAL FIRE in a statement said, more than 15,000 personnel, including state, local, federal, tribal, out-of-state, and international resources, are actively responding to historic fires in the Los Angeles region, with additional resources pre-positioned ahead of red flag conditions expected through Wednesday. Key updates: Palisades Fire, 23,700 plus acres burned, 14% containment. Eaton Fire, 14,000 plus acres burned, 33% containment. Hearst Fire, 95% contained. Red flag warnings remain in effect, with forecasted damaging winds 55-70 miles per hour (mph) and low humidity creating extreme fire danger. CAL FIRE has pre-positioned additional resources and set up a mobilization center to respond quickly to new threats. Crews are working around the clock to repair infrastructure, remove hazards, and prepare for safe repopulation once red flag conditions subside, expected Wednesday night. Governor Gavin Newsom, in a separate statement on Monday, said that, "I'm expanding our ongoing special session with the legislature to provide Los Angeles with billions in funding for firestorm response and recovery efforts. We're moving quickly to help Angelenos who've lost their homes and schools to build back better." Update: resources continue to be deployed across SoCal to fight the Los Angeles wildfires, with additional reinforcements en route as we speak. 15,000 plus personnel, 2,400 plus California National Guard members, 1,460 plus fire engines, 80 plus aircraft, 170 plus water tenders, and 175 plus dozers. In anticipation of higher winds picking up this week, hundreds of firefighting assets are currently prepositioned across Southern California, in Los Angeles, Orange, Ventura, Riverside, San Bernardino, and San Diego counties. President Volodymyr Zelenskyy of Ukraine had, in a videos and written statement on Monday, said that, "Today, I instructed Ukraine's Minister of Internal Affairs and our diplomats to prepare for the possible participation of our rescuers in combating the wildfires in California. The situation there is extremely difficult, and Ukrainians can help Americans save lives. This is currently being coordinated, and we have offered our assistance to the American side through the relevant channels. 150 of our firefighters are already prepared." We had reported that Los Angeles Department of Medical Examiner has confirmed that it has received over 24 dead bodies for examination from law enforcement agency following the ongoing wildfire disaster ravaging the capital city of California in the United States of America, U.S. for than a week now. Just as the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, CAL FIRE, stated on its website that over 19,300 people have sustained injuries, 12,300 houses burnt, and more than 40,000 acres of land destroyed. Los Angeles Department of Medical Examiner, in a press statement on Sunday, published the 24 reported cases and stated thus: "The below information contains cases reported to the County of Los Angeles Department of Medical Examiner, DME, by the investigating law enforcement agency and are still under investigation by the department. The DME cannot confirm human remains until after the DME processes them at our facility." California Governor Gavin Newsom says the ongoing Los Angeles wildfire could be the most devastating natural disaster in U.S. history, one that has destroyed thousands of homes and forced 100,000 people to evacuate. Local observers said that the so-called Santa Ana winds, a weather phenomenon, are helping drive the wildfires in Los Angeles and are likely to worsen. Reuters on Monday reported that firefighters raced to contain the frontiers of two Los Angeles wildfires that burned for the sixth straight day, taking advantage of a brief respite in hazardous conditions before high winds were expected to fan the flames anew. People with horses could be seen on videos posted online in the Altadena-Pasadena area trying to escape the Eaton fire in Los Angeles County. The Eaton fire has forced evacuations and temporarily shut down schools in the area. President Joe Biden had convened Vice President Kamala Harris and key officials to receive a virtual briefing on the administration's efforts to suppress the wildfires across Los Angeles, and to discuss how the federal resources he has directed are supporting the state and local response. Media in Los Angeles also reported that Air Tanker 10 USFS, which drops up to 9,400 acres of fire retardant on wildfires, has been deployed as one of the aircraft supporting in the wildfires emergency response, with 4 air bases currently supporting the firefighting effort across Southern California. Mexico team on Sunday arrived in Los Angeles to join the fight against the wildfires. Cal Fire in a statement said that California has expanded its response efforts, welcoming assistance from Texas, Canada, and Mexico to join neighboring states already providing critical support in battling the Southern California wildfires. These reinforcements are crucial not only for containment efforts but also to provide much-needed relief to the brave firefighters on the front lines. According to California Governor Gavin Newsom, 72 firefighters and emergency personnel have arrived from Mexico to help respond to the Los Angeles fires. Emergencies have no borders, and we are deeply grateful to President Claudia Sheinbaum Pardo for your unwavering support during one of California's greatest times of need. Governor Newsom, the 40th governor of California, in a number of posts on his social media handles since on Saturday, said, as presented verbatim below, "Here in Mandeville Canyon at the site of tremendous prepositioned resources in anticipation of potentially dangerous winds Monday, Wednesday night. I'm making sure counties all across SoCal, not just those with active wildfires, are prepared to respond in case of emergency. Mandatory evacuation orders have been lifted for the Sunset Fire, Kenneth Fire, Hearst Fire, and Lydia Fire, but residents are strongly encouraged to continue heeding evacuation warnings still covering these affected areas. Track the Los Angeles wildfires in real time. Seeing the devastation from the Eaton fire and the Palisades fire firsthand, I can't emphasize enough the scope of the damage. We're on the road to recovery. 53 teams are on the ground doing housing inspections to get debris and hazardous waste removed to rebuild these communities. If you've been affected by the fires, visit car.gov/lafers to access resources and information, including how to apply for federal assistance. As we prepare for winds to pick up over the next few days, we'll continue to preposition resources throughout Southern California and prepare for future risks posed by burn scars and winter weather. I'm determined to provide Angelenos the tools they need to rebuild faster and stronger. I just signed an executive order to direct fast action to clear wildfire debris across Southern California and prepare for the heightened risk for mudslides in burned areas. The road ahead is going to be difficult, but we're doing all we can to help Los Angeles rebuild and move forward. I'm deploying 1,000 more California National Guard service members to Los Angeles as we battle the unprecedented wildfires in the region. The approximately 2,500 total service members mobilized will continue assisting local public safety efforts in communities devastated by the fires. Goodbye, red tape. Through an executive order, we are making it easier for victims of the SoCal fires to quickly rebuild their homes and lives. We're also extending key price gouging protections to help make rebuilding more affordable. Current containment of Los Angeles wildfires, Palisades Fire, 11% containment across 23,707 acres. Eton Fire, 27% containment across 14,117 acres. Hurst Fire, 89% containment across 799 acres. Kenneth Fire, Sunset Fire, and Lydia Fire all at 100% containment. Firefighters have worked throughout the day mopping up hotspots, improving the fire's containment lines by 10% since this morning. California has built up an aerial firefighting fleet that is second to none. We're making sure that first responders battling the Los Angeles wildfires are equipped with all they need to help suppress the blazes and save Californians. Stopped by the Zuma Beach Incident Command Center this morning for the latest on the Los Angeles wildfires. We're surging resources as they arrive on scene for 24/7 firefighting operations across Los Angeles County. I'm doubling the number of California National Guard Service members in Los Angeles to aid local law enforcement and firefighters to protect our communities. California is incredibly grateful for their bravery and commitment to keeping Angelenos safe as we battle these unprecedented fires, Governor Gavin Newsom stated in series of posts to update the public on the situation of Los Angeles wildfires. California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, CAL FIRE, stated that 19,300 total emergency responses, 105 wildfires, 40,306 acres burned, 13 fatalities, preliminary pending coroner confirmation 12,300 plus structures destroyed, damage assessments are underway for Palisades and Eton fires. Animal advocates through their Facebook handle said that, during past fires in Los Angeles over the last 30 years we get no wildlife calls during the fires. People don't start finding injured wildlife until a week or two after they are allowed to return to their homes on the edges of the evacuation area. Sadly, all wildlife that couldn't fly or flee from the fires areas are dead because of smoke inhalation and the intensity of the fires. Generally, our voicemail fills up 2 to 3 times a day with wildlife calls. It's totally quiet now because people aren't outside working, hiking or just plain outside. In the meantime, we are helping to coordinate care for evacuated domestic and farm animals. All of our volunteers are still safe. None are in the evacuation areas. Thank you for your concern.
Osazuwa Radio, bringing you the news in a more digital way.